Hello fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 74. Today is September the 16th, 2019. On today's show I have whips, I have haul, I have sewing, and I have knitting. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. I have water today, your craft of choice, and let's chat. How was everyone's week? Mine was really good. I hung out around the house by myself on Saturday because the hubs and our oldest son went camping overnight, and they went to Denali Park and walked all over where they could on the trails. They did 3 trails, he said, so that was really exciting. Friday I hung out with the little man. He had a great time. We have 2 plastic blow-up canoes kayaks in the backyard, so he likes to play with those and pretend like we're on the water, but Grandma has to get down in the kayak with him. So yeah, that's always fun, trying to see this old lady trying to climb out of that canoe or kayak off of the grass. So we did that for a little while, and when my husband came home on Friday, he and the little man and I sat outside and watched the leaves fall, and he thought that was so much fun to watch the leaves fall. So it is so great to have another little, have a little kid around to see the world through their eyes again, because it just reminds you of all the wonderful things that we take for granted. So yeah, it was great. It was so great. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I do want to say, if you left a comment last week, I read everybody's comments. I just haven't commented back, and I'm sorry about that. I will do that after this video. So thank you so much for your comments. They really do make my day when I see them, since I don't have a large following. I appreciate every comment. So if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for coming in and checking me out. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really appreciate it a lot. So, Amira Monday is the Seaside Kingdom. I am doing this one on 32 count doubloon by Picture This Plus, and I got a little bit more done. So this is really hard to see, but there's some more stitches put in there, and I'm liking this a lot. It is so much fun to work on. So I will be getting this out after I'm done with this video and working on this again. And then homework assignment for School of Magical Stitches and Literature. Last week you had to decide if you were going to be on the light side of your personality or the dark side of your personality. And whichever personality you decide you're going to be, you did 600 stitches on that. You did 400 stitches on the opposite, and 200 bonus stitches on something that's dazzling. So as you know, I'm trying from here on out to use Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow for my homework assignments. So here it is, and it's by Carriage House Samplings. And I am stitching this on 40 count Heritage by Picture This Plus. So I chose the light side of my personality. So I did 600 stitches on the Scarecrow. And Garrett Coffee Stitcher gave me the prompt that is the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. So he is a good Scarecrow, and he's a nice guy. So that's how it's being light. The dark, of course, I chose the swamp. So I put 400 more stitches in the black for the swamp, and 200 stitches on the block that had the lightning, since lightning can be dazzling. So here is what the Halloween Hawk Run Hollow is looking like so far. So I'm liking jumping around to block. I think that's a lot of fun. They're not getting stale. And trying to do the homework assignments. I didn't do any extra credit last week. I think this week it will be extra credit because I can't quite get my mind wrapped around this week's homework. It's confusing to me, and you have to do it one after another, and yeah, I'm just not sure if I'm going to do that. So I decided, since I didn't do any more homework or extra credit, that I work on my acrostic, 24-hour cross stitch. So I decided to do the D in Days, which is Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Samplers. I am doing this one on 32 count bisque by Lakeside Linens, and I had to do 120 stitches, but I did more than that. So I just did this strip of hearts. So the D is done. All done. And I loosened it up, but it doesn't feel like I did. I need to go in and loosen that up more. So I'm going to leave that one on the, I want to work on some more of that. So I'll leave that on the Q-snap. Itchy nose, sorry. And then I decided for dark 13 stitching, instead of pulling back out Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, I would pull out Mummy's Moonlight Cafe by Praiseworthy Stitches. I am doing this on a 28 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. I like Zweigart and I like Picture This Plus. So on this one, after the little man went home, I got the white, some more white done on the building. So yeah, let's see, I can't, it's kind of hard to hold this one up and show you guys, but I worked on this railing and over here on this railing. So I did quite a bit, because I am a night owl, and if I could stay up late at night, I would. But yeah, Thursday nights I can't stay up late, and Friday nights I'm tired, so I usually don't stay up too late Friday nights. And I have to get up early on Saturday anyway. So on Saturday I decided to work on another Mirabilia, so I pulled out Petal Fairy. I am stitching this one on a 28 count Toasted Almond, and I believe this is Zweigart fabric. And this is what she looks like. I haven't showed you guys in a long time how she's coming along, but I got a whole bunch of her petal done. Those petals are almost all completed. And then I started blocking out different petals over here. So I'm very happy with how she's coming along. I need to work on her some more. Definitely need to work on Petal Fairy some more. So late Saturday night and all day Sunday, I pulled out Up on a Rooftop by Charted by Tilton Crafts. Sorry, brain freeze. And that's where that's out. I am working on page 2, and this is 25 count Magic Guide or Easy Count Guide, one or the other. And everything's getting caught. Okay, here we go. And I got quite a bit accomplished on this one. So I got another row of diagonal and started on this row. So I'm very, very happy about that. And I've been watching Teresa Little Stitcher's guide on how to do full coverage for beginners. And it's been really interesting to watch what she's talked about. I don't quite do, like, my parking is completely different from her parking, since she parks this way and I'm parking this way. But it's just been really interesting to watch her talk about it as if you've never stitched before, because it is for beginners, beginner stitchers, if you want to do full coverage. So check out Teresa Little Stitchers if you want to do a full coverage and never have. It's very interesting. So sewing, I came in Saturday and decided to make a grime guard, and this grime guard and I did not get along at all. I mean, not even a little bit. It's still pretty rough. So yeah, there's still strings hanging off and we were fighting, but I did do it. So this is that Marauder's map. And as you see, I have a problem here. I need to go back in and tack that down again, because this fabric is frayed really easily, and a lot of the stitches I thought were getting caught weren't getting caught by the sewing machine, so I had to redo it a couple of different times. But I have another room guard, so that's good, and I will make some more, make them whiter, so maybe I won't have so many issues. So purchases, my Floss of the Month Club from Victorian Motto samplers came in, and I went from the 12 skeins a month to the 6 skeins a month because I've got so much floss that I need to use, but I still want to keep getting her floss, so I decided I would back off on the number of skeins for at least a little while. So I've got it. So this is Red Rose. Trying not to get it into the shadow here. And it's, yeah, I like it a lot. Then we have Black Forest. So this looks like a deep green with been overdyed with black. It's so pretty. Then I have Wild and Crazy. Nice blue. Then there is Primrose. Pink. And then we have a light blush. So there it is. I also bought, I have this pattern that just came today from the Cottage Needle on Etsy. I saw this one on somebody's podcast and went, ooh, I like that. So this is a Quaker Halloween sampler by Cherished Stitches, and I got it with the purple tones, so the purple colors are on the back here, so I can order those. So I'm going to order those. I have 2 outstanding patterns coming from the Sassy Jack. I ordered those, let's see, I ordered those on the 7th. I contacted them on the 14th, and they said, oh, we're sorry, we had miscalculated, and both of those patterns were not in stock, but they've reordered them, and I should be getting them in the next week or 2, I guess, which is fine. I'm obviously not going to start them right away, since I am still doing the no new starts for 2019, which I'm still holding strong. It's been tough, but I'm still holding strong. So yeah, I also in my 1, 2, 3 stitch cart have a pile of stuff that I want to get. It's mostly fabric because it's almost dividend time. If you've followed me before, you know I live in Alaska, and our permanent fund dividend checks will be landing in our accounts soon, and I get a little portion of it to do whatever I want to with. So I have my list of stuff I want from 1, 2, 3 stitch, which now I'm going to have to change out because I want to buy the floss for this, because oh, look at that, isn't that beautiful? So I'll have to take off I had a chart in there that I'm going to take off and put that into my wish list for next time. But yeah, so that was all for the stitching, knitting. And one last thing, I did not spin again this week. I really need to, last week I mean, I really need to get back to spinning. So this is the 400 meter sprint by Stitch Nerd Designs. Out of my hand spun. So I got back into the purple, which I'm glad to see come back. And this is what it's looking like so far. I did stitch on the socks on Wednesday. We went to the new Starbucks building here in town, and it was really, really bright. It was really a nice building, but it was really bright because they put the windows for the setting sun, and of course at night, of course, it was setting. So it was really, really bright in there, and we all had to sit against the windows so we wouldn't be blinded by the light. But we decided we would pick a different venue for this Wednesday. So yeah, because it was really bright. But I did work on the socks. I didn't bring them in. and I will show you those when I get a little bit further in, because yeah, I'm not even to the heel yet. I really need to get moving on those socks so I can work on another pair. So looking around here, it looks like I have talked about everything. Oh, I don't know if I think I didn't show this one. Oops. I'll show this one real quick. Amazon parrot. It fell down. I didn't even realize it. So, but either way, good thing I looked around, huh? So anyway, I think that's all I have to discuss with you this week. So I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.